At the next board meeting. Next on the agenda is Mayor of Gluckstadt, Mayor Morrison. Please come up and tell us what you'd like for us to know.
Yes, sir. Good morning.
Good morning.
First, I appreciate you letting me be here today on behalf of the city. I want to speak on the Bozeman Road discussion that you guys have been having here recently. I have watched with interest your debate over the last several months about this is Miss Kellum. She's going to be my easel. I'm not going to need this for the moment. So all right. Mr. Steen, I really appreciate you letting me be here today. You know, as a lawyer with over 30 years experience, I have learned that the more debate, the more discussion, the more input from all stakeholders in a particular issue, usually the decision arrived at is the right decision. And with even less experience as a mayor, I've certainly learned that as well. This issue is very important to the city. I will tell you that in addition to our city clerk, Ms. Kellum, being here, one of our aldermen, Jace Powell, is here. William Hall from our Planning and Zoning Department is here. Chris Buckner from our Public Works Department is here. I hope that conveys upon all of you the importance of the issue in Gluckstadt. I'm not naive, and I also recognize the disagreement that you guys have had amongst yourselves about Bozeman Road and the Bozeman Road project. But I will submit to you that one thing is clearly without dispute, and that is the worst traffic in Madison County lies within the city of Gluckstadt. I came here this morning, leaving my home in the First Colony neighborhood, drove north up to Highway 22, and was met with a constant line of traffic. When I got to Stribling Road and looked west towards Lake Caroline, it was nothing but a constant line of traffic all the way to the west as far as I could see. What else I'll speak to momentarily about is I also passed brand new subdivisions being approved. Almost right across the street from our subdivision is a brand new subdivision being built that has 82 lots in it. The ground is just being turned over, so it's going to get worse. So I appreciate you being here. I'm here on behalf of all of the people who live, work, and travel through Gluckstadt and have to deal with that traffic every single day. When this issue first became to your attention, and when you first started discussing the Gluckstadt Road, Bozeman Road project, the city of Gluckstadt didn't have a seat at the table. We weren't even in existence yet. Since that time, we've had very little representation as to this issue, which is why I'm here today. And I appreciate you guys letting me do that. So what is the problem? The problem is, of course, the immense amount of development, population density increases that have occurred since this project was first discussed. And I brought with me today, and I will leave this with you guys, an indication that we prepared, population density and traffic flow. I'm probably telling you guys things you already know, but I brought it because as a lawyer, I'm used to dealing with exhibits. I personally learn better from sight and things like this. Each of these highlighted streets, Stribling, Catlett Road, Gluckstadt Road, feed into Bozeman Road, or they divert traffic down Gluckstadt Road. Each of these neighborhoods, Lake Caroline, I remember when I used to go fishing on Lake Caroline 15 years ago, there weren't any houses there. There are 2,670 lots in Lake Caroline. Ashbrook, 650 lots. Falls Crossing, 218 lots. I'm not going to go through all of this with you, but you will see the enormous population growth that is in the county that has to feed traffic down these feeder roads into the city of Gluckstadt. I marked here this new development that isn't even on this board yet that has an additional almost 100 homes on it. At the bottom of this chart, you will see what the traffic counts have done in the last 10 years. To a large degree, the traffic counts have doubled. The number of cars that traverse primarily Gluckstadt Road and down Bozeman Road has doubled in less than 10 years. We also have a traffic study that shows not only have the numbers increased overall, but at peak traffic times, for instance, between 7 and 8 in the morning, we're looking at a 4-fold increase. We go from, say, 70 cars per every 15-minute interval to over 300 cars every 15-minute interval. Again, I'm telling you folks, all things that you know because you live and work and travel in the county. So there's no traffic anywhere in the county that is worse than in the city of Gluckstadt. And it's only going to get worse. I submit to you that the problem can be resolved to some degree, certainly lessened, by the widening of Bozeman Road, beginning in the city of Gluckstadt in a southerly direction. That will certainly help to alleviate the miles-long traffic jam that we see every single morning. It will allow traffic from these thousands of homes that are traveling south every morning to continue down towards the newly constructed Reunion Parkway. That this project of widening the northern part of Bozeman Road would be completed at or near the time that the Reunion Parkway extension is being done, which will give people another route in a southerly direction and will take an immense amount of pressure off of Gluckstadt Road every single day. So, finally having a seat at the table, finally being able to speak to you again, I thank you for letting me do that. I would submit to you that this is clearly in the best interest of the city of Gluckstadt, else I wouldn't be here. But more importantly, it's clearly in the best interest of Madison County. You see, you didn't mean to create this problem, but the county created the problem of all of this traffic. It did so because we're blessed to be in a county where people want to live and work. You guys approved all of these new developments, rightly so. But the impact of doing that was to immensely increase the number of vehicles and the amount of traffic, the density of traffic that every day goes through our city. I would ask you to give very serious consideration to beginning this project on the northerly part of Bozeman Road. And I appreciate again you letting me be here. If anybody has any questions, I'm happy to try to answer them. Otherwise, again, thank you.
Are there any questions or statements from the board?
I agree with the mayor that the northern part of Bozeman Road has a traffic issue. And we've begun to address expanding the northern part of Bozeman Road. We have begun design, or actually may have completed design, but on the south end, we have worked for 7 years now to push forward with widening the south end, and that includes environmental design, right-of-way acquisition, and utility relocation. So we're in the neighborhood of $10 million deep on the south side of Bozeman Road. And we've also had state and federal legislators grant us money in good faith to extend the south side of Bozeman Road or widen it. So switching the project at this juncture would be catastrophic. So do I think all of Bozeman needs to be expanded? Yes. Would I vote to bond money to expand the whole road? Yes. So you have my support, but at the same time, there's an order that we have to follow. So
I've read the statute to which you refer. The statute does not require construction to be done at the southern part. And I also understand that DFA didn't take that position. Now, I'm not going to get into you guys' finances and how you handle things of that nature.
That's just utterly untrue. They called last week and they did take that position.
I will also say that what would be catastrophic to the city of Gluckstadt is just continuing to foster this problem. So again, you guys, I'm not here to interject myself into your financial decisions or reasons why things have been done in the past. I'm here to advocate for the city of Gluckstadt, and that's what I'm doing.
This project currently is shovel ready. We have to bid it, we have to accept a bid, and it will be started this year. It will be finished by what? What did, Tim, you said early 2026? If we bid it today and accept the bid at the end of 30 days, 2026. If we choose to ignore phase one and skip straight to phase two, possibly lose all of our state funding, and do that, that's 2028. Right now, phase one would be finished at 2026, and we would start on phase two in 2028. You are no different starting with phase two or phase one. Phase two will not start until 2028. That is a long time from now. Traffic will be the same and worse 4 years from now, whether phase one gets done or phase two is first. 2028 is what you're looking at. And phase one getting done will alleviate that traffic because the people hitting Bozeman Road will get off of Bozeman Road faster. They all want to go to the interstate, and that's where they're headed. They want to get on the interstate to go to Madison, Ridgeland, Jackson, Brandon, Clinton, Vicksburg. So, axing phase one does nothing for your traffic until 2028, no matter how it's done.
Yeah.
In fact, I would like to put a motion right now to approve a bid for us putting out a new bid for phase one of Bozeman Road and having it start the process of being able to actually move some dirt, get some stuff done, and phase two, the sooner phase one gets done, the sooner we can start talking about money for phase two. Either way, nothing happens on phase two until 2028. So I make a motion that we bid phase one today to get that project started.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion on the table and a second for discussion. Mayor, you was gonna say something?
Only if there are more questions. I hadn't heard any questions yet, but if anybody has any questions, I'm happy to answer them. Otherwise, thank you for letting me be here.
Mayor, before you leave the podium, appreciate you coming up, appreciate your staff and the aldermen coming, and we hear you very clear. We hear you very clear that the traffic in Gluckstadt is coming from Stribling Road, Catholic Road, Gluckstadt Road, subdivisions that the county approved the last 15, 20 years. And yes, we definitely need to look at the intersection, Bozeman Road as a whole, to help move traffic through Gluckstadt. So
Thank you.
I'm definitely with you, and I think this board is as well. And we're going to move some motions today forward to help get it started, and hopefully when the bids comes in, that we can look at the bids and see what is best for Madison County.
And to be on the
Thank you.
record, I
Okay,
support
thank you.
expanding traffic in